I was never a confident kid when I grew up. I think a lot of it has to do with how I was raised in a Southeast Asian family. As a kid, I wasn't the most sociable or extroverted. I think a big pattern throughout my childhood and my adult life is I put my self-worth in other people's hand. Like what they think about my appearance, what they think about my personality, what they think of me as a person. And that leads to a lot of time I change myself to conform to those standards that people put on me. Confidence is such a big thing, and in this video I don't want to talk about confidence with regards to only body image or how you look or your appearance. I want to talk about confidence from a general and holistic point of view that cover everything about you as a person. How I build true confidence in myself. When I was in school, I deeply wanted to get validation and recognition from other people. Actually, in middle school and high school, I felt like no guys were noticing me or liking me. It was a time that everyone in my class or in the school was starting to pair up high school sweethearts, high school relationships, right? And I felt like I was completely left out in that scene. And I think that somehow it became a point of insecurity for me. It became something that made me crave love, recognition, and validation from other people even more. Especially during that time, a lot of my friends made fun of my flat chest, made fun of my underbite, and I think that was the point that my confidence was at one of its lowest. I just want to say that when you don't feel confident, it usually goes a lot deeper than that. It's not just about your appearance that you don't like, or it's not just about a certain aspect of yourself that you don't like. I honestly, personally think that the reason why you don't feel confident or you don't have a high self-esteem, and I'm speaking from experience here, is that you have a void inside you that needs love and validation. We all do. It's like a reservoir that we need to fill. And I think that a lot of times we think that the only way to get the love and validation we need is from external sources, is from other people. I mean, of course it feels great to hear someone complimenting us or getting a lot of likes on a picture or video you post on social media, but that is temporary and that is out of your control. Of course, external validation can help, but you cannot get the true and lasting confidence with just that. Maybe you know someone or you heard about someone who always gets a lot of attention, gets a lot of compliments, or their life seems virtually perfect, but they still not happy, but they still not confident, but they still insecure and compare themselves. It's because they still have that void in them that craves so much love and validation, but no amount of external validation can fill up that void. And the only way to fill that void is to give yourself the love and validation that you crave so much from other people. You can give it to yourself. And I think that's the biggest realization that I have made during my self-love, self-confidence journey. I am the only person who can give myself the love, the validation, the recognition that I need. I'm capable of doing that. I'm capable of giving myself the love that I want. I'm capable of giving myself the attention that I crave from other people. There's so many times in my past relationship or in my past friendships that I put so much of my effort and attention and focus so much of that on the other person, to the point that I feel like I'm losing myself in the relationship, or I'm giving so much to this person, but why am I not getting anything back? Why am I still feeling that void? Why am I still not feeling loved? But then I realized that, wait a minute, why am I doing all of this? It's not their responsibility to make me feel loved. It's not their responsibility to make me happy. It's my responsibility to make me feel loved, to make me feel like I'm enough. I can never get enough of that from other people. But once I give it to myself, then I would be able to feel enough. I would be able to feel loved. And I think that that's really the most important thing in building confidence, because once you realize that you are the only person responsible for yourself and your happiness, you're capable of giving yourself the happiness and the love and the validation that you want. That's when you have the confidence to be like, no matter what happened, I'll be fine. Everything will be fine because I'm still here. No matter what people say about me or how people treat me, I'm still gonna be there for myself. You know, I'll still be able to tell myself the stuff that I want to hear from other people. I'm still able to love myself the way that I want other people to love me. And just that knowledge, it just makes me feel so confident, so at ease with however life is going, whatever people say about me, you know, because I still have myself. I think another way to build confidence is to build self-awareness. To be self-aware is to know your strengths and your weaknesses. I love making lists about what I love about myself and what I should improve. I don't call it weaknesses because I don't want to steer any negativity towards myself. I wholeheartedly believe that we should all be so mindful and so intentional with the words that we use about ourselves. I think that whenever you talk bad or negative about yourself, it's when you betray yourself. I honestly believe that each of us is much more than a human. Like each of us, it's not even a soul, it's not even just like spirit. It's like we are part of something so much bigger. Like we're part of something so beautiful and so magnificent and so divine. And the fact that we come to earth as a human being in different form and everyone is so different and unique from each other is such a beautiful thing. And there's no point in trying to be like another person or wishing to look like someone else or wishing to have someone else's life, because we choose to come into this life, we choose to be in this world, in this body. And whether you believe it or not, you're more than just a body, you're more than your mind, you're more than your experience. So I kind of go off track a little bit there. But I just want to say, you're so different from other people. No one is you, and that is your superpower. I think that a lot of times we focus on what we don't like about ourselves and forget that there's a lot of other things that you're good at. There's a lot of other things that you should be proud of. So making that list, telling yourself why you're special, reminding yourself what sets you apart will definitely help you become more confident. And of course, on the topic of confidence, I cannot not mention comparing, because we all guilty of it. I mean, I still do it sometimes every day, you know, multiple times a day. But now I feel like I'm more sure of myself and I'm more confident in myself that the comparison doesn't hit me as hard as before. There's a lot of things that I can talk about comparison. Actually, I've made a video about how to stop comparing yourself and you can check it out. But I believe that we are equal, equally beautiful, equally worthy, equally talented. Someone may be really great at something and bad at other things. You cannot compare what you're bad at to someone else's excellence. That's just not fair to you. That's just not fair to anybody. And you never know what really goes on behind what they post. Even myself, I would rarely post something that show, oh, I have a bad day or I'm feeling insecure. People don't post that stuff. And so you're comparing your regular everyday life to the life that is curated online. And I think you may already know this, but I think it's worth talking about again, because we very often forget that life on social media is not real life. That what people show on social media is not the full picture of their life. And speaking from a content creator point of view or perspective, what I share on my social media is not at all a full description of my real life. It's not at all what I actually experience day to day. You know, I only post when I have something cool to share or a nice picture that I want to share. It's honestly just we want to portray this beautiful, perfect picture of our life to other people because we want the validation. Like, even I know that I can get that validation from myself, but I still want the validation from external forces. It's just human nature. And so don't take social media seriously. The people that you compare yourself with, they are comparing themselves too. So like, we all equal, like I said. So there's no point in comparing, but know that even if you do it sometimes, it's okay. You know, we all do it. Don't beat yourself up when you do it. Don't put others on a pedestal because they just like you, trust me. And focus on you. Focus on yourself. Stop putting your attention on other people. The more you focus on yourself, the happier you will become and the more confident you will become. Once you stop focus so much on other people, what other people are doing, what other people are achieving, how other people look like, and focus that energy, all that energy on you. Like, oh my god, you're gonna just see a change in how you view yourself. And I always say this, you are the most important person in your life. You are the most important person in your universe. You are the main character in your life story. So be that main character. Embrace that energy of just like, this is my life and I have all the energy and all the creative power to create the life that I want, to look how I want, to dress how I want, to do what I want. I just want to say a thank you to today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. I have shared about Skillshare in my past video. I absolutely love Skillshare. I have completed quite a few courses on there, and right now I'm taking a course called How to Speak Confidently on Camera, a guide for content creators by Nathaniel Drew. I absolutely love his channel on YouTube, and I've been loving this course by him. I've learned a ton about how to speak confidently on camera, even though I've been on YouTube for the past 3 years, but I still have a lot to learn about how to present my ideas and how to speak in an authentic, confident, and relatable way to my audience. I've honestly have gained so much from my classes and subscription with Skillshare, and I hope that Skillshare would be helpful to you on your self-improvement journey. Another thing that I do a lot is to fake it till you make it. This can be really helpful when you try out something new that you don't really feel confident. I think that our growth really comes from putting ourselves out there and do the things that we've never done before. That's when you build the confidence to try new things and to know that you can be good at it too. And I think that once you fake confidence long enough, it kind of becomes your natural state. You know, when you act confident, people treat you differently, and because of that reaction, you become even more confident, or you act even more confident, and it just kind of becomes a cycle that keeps repeating itself, and before you know it, the fake confidence that you have in the beginning kind of solidify into a more lasting type of confidence. And the last point that I want to bring up is don't take life too seriously. You know, I used to take life very seriously. I used to want everything to be perfect, want myself to be perfect. I expect perfection from myself. You know, I expect perfection from other people. I expect perfection from my partner, from how people treat me or how things turn out. I want things to happen at this time, to happen this way. But honestly, it's not really fun to live life like that. I think that a lot of my growth comes from just realizing that life is not linear. Life goes unexpected sometimes. And that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes it special. Life is not gonna be life is not gonna be the same. Life is not gonna be the same for anyone. Life is not gonna be the same for anyone, and you don't have to be like anyone else. You can just be you. You can just be yourself and enjoy life your way, do things your way. You have the complete control and freedom to create something of your own, to create something to your liking, to create something that you feel proud of. If no one has told you this today, I just want to say that you're enough. You're more than enough. So just keep going, keep being yourself, keep growing at your own pace, keep being gentle on yourself, keep loving yourself, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye bye.